You are welcome back to Tumtum Network. We have an NDC guy in the studio wearing all white because the NDC party has won the elections in Ghana and they have won decisively. Atta Komla, what's up?
Brother, thank you very much, my brother.
Nice one.
I think that I would like to take this opportunity to greet all those who are watching us from their homes. We thank them so much.
You see the way smiles are all over your face.
Yes, I mean
wearing white.
Yes. I mean
your party is in power. You are going to eat money.
We've been through we've been through the trenches. We've been through the trenches.
You guys have worked so hard.
Yes, we've worked so hard. I mean, this time around, it was actually a call to make sure that we rescue the country for all of us, and we went to the trenches and house to house, door to door, kitchen to kitchen, to some extent, bedroom to bedroom.
That's right.
To ensure that we secure the vote. And we also make sure that we protect the vote from the polling station and also at the coalition center. So I think that it's been phenomenal. Ghanaians have shown us so much support and love. At a point in time, I came to understand the reason why someone said this election is Ghana versus the MPP. Yes, I've come to understand that because if I look at the youth who trooped to the coalition centers to resist the agenda to sometimes overturn the results, if I look at how they stood on their feet to defend that, I'm just overwhelmed by the support.
I see. You are too excited. The level of loss by the MPP has never happened in this country. It looks like either they didn't come out to vote or God has punished them with the way people voted against them. The gap is so big. Almost 2 million people voted in favor of the NDC against the MPP. Man, this is almost similar to what happened in 2016 when the MPP took over Parliament and took over the presidency. President John Dramani Mahama is in that situation now. Nearly 190 members of Parliament out of 275. And he's the president. You guys have the seat and Parliament. How does that make you feel?
I think that it's just a true reflection of what Ghanaians feel. A true reflection of what they feel at the moment. Because from 134 seats to nearly 190 seats, I think it's just an endorsement of the ideas of the NDC. I will also say that in 2016, John Mahama lost close to 1 million votes. Okay, to Akufo-Addo. Now he has won with close to 2 million votes.
That's correct.
So it is not as if it's not that it's not that similar. This is the first time it's happening in the if you take out 1992, all the elections that followed, we never recorded such figures in terms of victory for an opposition party. So this is the first time it is happening. And I think that Ghanaians have been through so much hardship. They've been through so much suffering. We've cried out loud for the past 8 years, but the government have refused to listen to us. I felt that at a point we were complaining that people were not speaking out. People were not coming out to speak. But I felt they were just sitting down waiting for the D-Day for them to go and show what exactly they feel in the polls, and that's what they've done.
So let's get back to the practical side of it. January 7th, President John Dramani Mahama will be sworn in. From the 7th till the end of 2025. What are Ghanaians supposed to expect from John Dramani Mahama, our president?
I think for John Mahama, his leadership qualities, we are all aware. I mean, from an assemblyman to 3 times MP, deputy minister, vice president, president, and he has served in different positions in Africa, ECOWAS, and all that. So he's very much experienced. So when it comes to leadership, we should expect nothing but an excellent leadership. My only prayer is that whatever be handed over to him should be something that we can actually start with. Because
don't start with that. Because when you start with that, you are asking for, you are saying to people, excuses already.
No, it's not.
Don't start with that.
No, it's not.
Whatever you are given, whatever that is left to you to handle, is what is there. What are you going to do with it?
I think, like I told you earlier on, it will be an agenda to transform this country.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter how bad it is. Mahama is the kind of person that accepts responsibility. So we are already aware of the state of the economy, and he has actually put up the plans that will follow to ensure that we get this country back on track. So I will assure Ghanaians, I can tell you for a fact that within his first 100 days, he is going to take out e-levy. He will make sure
in the first 100 days he's taking out e-levy
is
bet tax,
COVID tax, emission tax. All those new taxes are going away. Because we cannot be in a country and be treated like slaves. When we were bringing those taxes, we resisted it, but they forced them on us.
So what happens if after the first 100 days, what you are saying doesn't happen?
I can assure you that it will happen.
What happens if it doesn't happen?
God being so good, we have absolute majority. We have more than 100.
In fact, we'll come to that. So, we'll come to the fact that you guys control literally everything in this country.
Yes, and that's what to make the work easier for him.
No, that is if he wants to remove those nuisance taxes. If he wants to remove it, he has the numbers to help him do that. But if he doesn't,
he will do it. Why should he keep it?
Okay.
He opposed it even when he was in opposition.
What about when he attempts to remove any of these taxes and finds out that some of these taxes are tied up to some loan contracted by the ex-government? What will he do?
I strongly believe that per his experience as a former president, he's very much aware of how some of these taxes
can be restructured.
Okay. Or the reasons why some of those taxes were brought. I think they gave us reasons.
Okay.
It was not has nothing to do with loans or anything.
Okay.
For instance, when they were bringing e-levy, they told us that e-levy is coming to help the country get revenue in order to create jobs and all that. It's going to transform the economy. But here we are. That's why that sent us back 10 years back. So I don't think that there's anything that will prevent John Mahama from keeping such taxes. I can assure you today, as I speak to you, that he has made it clear
that he's going to remove all those.
He's going to remove all those nuisance taxes. They are not serving us any purpose. The only purpose it was serving was that of for Akufo-Addo and his people to get money to buy cars, live luxurious lives, and extravagantly. That is the only purpose it was serving.
I see.
But for the country, no.
What role did you specifically play during the elections, I think 2 days ago?
Okay, so for my role there, I started a lot of things from my constituency at Denton with Honorable Ramadan. I served on a couple of committees and all that, and been working on communication.
All right.
Yeah, served on the communication committee, ensured that we had good message. We made sure that we reach out to the people through all means possible. I did that, and then region, I also served there, and then I was actively involved in the NDC Teachers Forum. We came together.
So you are fully dedicated to the NDC party?
Yes. So
I see.
With the NDC Teachers Forum, what we did was to bring together about 50,000 teachers.
Wow.
Who believe in the ideas of the NDC. And to surprise you to know that on the day of elections, even before the elections, a lot of these teachers came out and they wanted to be polling agents for the NDC. So we were able, as NDC Teachers Forum, we gave the NDC about 2,000 polling agents.
That is just coming from the NDC Teachers Forum.
Yes, we give the NDC about 2,000 polling agents.
Wow.
That were sent to the Ashanti region to go and do the magic there to man the ballot.
Wow.
So that is with the NDC Teachers Forum.
Who came up with this NDC Teachers Forum thing?
I think it's
how long has it been there?
It has been there. It's been there for, I think, 2016.
I see.
Yes, but it is now this past 3-4 years that we decided to actually come out fully, but because after MPP came to power in 2016, they were being so vindictive, so it was quite difficult for us to come out and express some of these issues. But this year, we told ourselves that no, we cannot still be in that situation. We risked it. We pushed the agenda to ensure that we have a change, and that is what we've gotten now.
I see. All right, let's talk about John Dramani Mahama and Parliament. Do you know that NDC government literally has the power to change anything that they want to change in this country?
Yes, I'm aware.
You have so much authority in the legislature.
Yeah.
And then you have the president.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a very direct question. Think about this carefully. For all the people who are asking for a review of Ghana's constitution, the NDC party right now has the numbers to effect that review. Should we expect John Dramani Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama, and the next parliament to actually review Ghana's constitution because you have the numbers? Should we expect this?
Yes, like you've said, people have been calling for a review of our constitution, and probably there are certain things in the constitution that they feel should be changed. And I have heard President Mahama himself at some point he made some point about for instance, if you take something like the paying of ex gratia and all those things.
They say that is not even constitutional.
Yeah, it's not even constitutional, but we've made it look like as if it is constitutional. Right. So most of the things that we have in the constitution that we feel that you and I feel that should be changed. I think President Mahama at his the best time when he sits with cabinet and expertise, I'm sure that if he feels that there are things that if they are changed, it will benefit you and I. I think that with the experienced people that he's going to work with, they will definitely come out with that. I know Mahama, he's not someone who can be power drunk. It doesn't matter how powerful he will be because he has 190 or 185 members of parliament. No, he's not going to be power drunk. I know that he's going to use the power to the benefit of all of us. He's not just going to wake up and say, I'm changing the constitution because I just want to do it. If he will do it, then it is because of you and I. It is because to benefit all of us. So let's look forward to a governance that will benefit you and I. A governance that will not use power for.
Talking about John Mahama, President John Mahama not being power drunk. Let me ask you another question. This is another tough question. The NDC party right now, with your majority in parliament and the president on your side, you literally have the power to go into a referendum that may even change Ghana's constitution on the terms of president, if I'm not mistaken, where John Mahama may even, if he wishes, can attempt extending the president's terms to the third term, if he wishes. Do you think this is something that may cross the mind of John Mahama or the NDC party?
For now, what I know is that every president who is elected will have to serve for 2 consecutive terms. So if you are going by the constitution, I would say that he has served 1 term already, and then he's in to serve another term. Whether he would make changes to serve 2 or 3 terms, that one I can't speak for him. And I said I know him is not power drunk. He's not interested in serving Ghanaians for 20 or 30 years. We saw him in his first 4 years, what he did with just 4 years. So I don't think that he's interested in serving for 10 or 15 years before he can transform or he can make changes. I strongly believe that with the 4 years that he has been given, he can do a lot of things to put this country on the right track. For things that are not important or things that you and I believe he should change because of the power he has with Parliament, I think that when the time comes, we'll cross that. But I don't think he will be interested in changing the constitution just because he wants to still be president. No, he won't do that. I'm not sure he'll just be interested. But maybe if he comes and looking at his performance, the things that he has promised to come and do, which I know he will do them. If he's able to achieve 90 or 80% of that, and he even do more of that, maybe Ghanaians will go to him and plead with him to.
I'm saying this because it happened in Rwanda. Paul Kagame, he has served 2 terms already. He served his 3rd term. When he was leaving his 3rd term, there was a referendum that was enacted.
Yeah.
it was a yes or no question they threw to the people of Rwanda.
Yeah.
Yes or no, do you want Paul Kagame to run again as a president? 98.1%, or is it 99.1% of the people voted yes, Paul Kagame should continue. This was based on the fact that the man had transformed Rwanda from a war-torn country to a very medium income country, well developing. So that is the reason I'm asking you this. And we are hoping and wishing John Mahama all the best. As a Ghanaian, I don't think there is any benefit that you get from wishing that the NDC party should lose or fail. If the NDC party fails, Ghanaians will suffer. As it stands now, $1 is now 14.5 Ghana cedis. I don't know why, but the NPP government could have done this all this while. They were waiting till the very last end. So I'm turning the question to you. Whatever John Mahama has to do, we are hoping that he doesn't wait till the very last end before he starts his project. Because if that happens, exactly what we have done to the MPP will be done to him.
Yes, I mean, he has 4 years. And for 4 years, there'll be nothing like, I don't think he's thinking of another 4-year term. Because like the way Parliament looks like, all that we know, he can consider other means of still staying in power. But I don't think he's thinking of that. So the little time that he has, he needs to use it well. And I know he will use it well because he has done it before with 4 years. He became president for just 4 years and he built schools, he built hospitals, he constructed roads, and those things are some of the reasons why we brought him back to power. So I know that with these 4 years, he's not going to behave like Akufo-Addo and his people. He's going to sit in his office always and then not do anything. 4 months or 6 months or a year to elections, you're trying to push some projects here and there. Mahama is not like that. I know he's the type that always wants to get results. He wants to get the work done because he believes that service to the people is what keeps you relevant, is what keeps you in the good books of the people, not using power for your own interest. So I believe strongly that with the 4 years, Mahama would definitely transform this country. He'll put us on a very good footing. In fact, you and I know the economy is in tatters. I mean, we don't have anything to even start with. That is my problem. That as I speak to you, I know that this country is in tatters. We don't have anything to start with. So I'm just praying that God should give him strength. God should give him all the ideas and knowledge to be able to transform this country. He is actually coming to meet an empty coffers. A coffee that Akufo-Addo and his people have emptied. So he needs to now, bring people together. He needs to now do 1 or 2 things in order to start, getting in some revenues to get his vision done. Okay,
so people are expecting him to do 2 major things. 2 major things people are expecting of him. Number 1, people are expecting John Mahama to retrieve some of the monies that is supposedly stolen by the MPP government.
Yeah.
People are waiting and watching carefully to see if he attempts to put people in jail, put people before court, try to get some of the money back. Number 2, people are expecting to see whether he's going to bring back some of the banks that were collapsed under the MPP government. The Group Indum Bank, some of the banks. What do you think is going to happen? I know you are not John Mahama. You are not his spokesman. But with these 2 expectations of Ghanaians on the line, are we to expect that John Mahama will lead that cause of retrieving monies that are in the hands, supposedly in the hands of the MPP people? And is he going to bring some of these banks back?
God being so good, he has the type of majority that decision making will be very easy for him. So, for instance, passing a bill that will help him to recover maybe stolen asset or recover anything that has to do with corruption will be easier for him. You understand? So I'm confident that he'll be able to do it. In the manifesto, there's something in there that we call ORAL, which is Operation Recover All Loot.
Okay.
So that idea to recover the loot to recover the stolen monies,
the lands, government lands, properties, and all that.
All those things, it's already in the pipeline.
Okay.
So I'm very happy with the overwhelming majority that he has in Parliament. I don't think that there will be any excuse. I don't think that he'll have any excuse to say this is the reason why I'm not able to recover these things.
And I'm happy you are saying there wouldn't be any excuse.
There wouldn't, to me,
you have Parliament, you have executive power.
Thank you. So
there is no excuse.
There won't be any excuse. And I also expect Ghanaians to cooperate with him.
Okay.
Because sometimes we just become too sentimental about certain things. If someone is from a certain region and the person is arrested because they are stealing money or is engaging corruption,
if the person is corrupt, then the person is corrupt. The person must be prosecuted.
Yes, you sometimes see people coming out and making certain comment. But I can tell you that this time round, there's not going to be any fear or favor.
Okay.
Anybody who has engaged in any corrupt act, anybody who has stolen anything that belongs to the state, and who has embezzled funds, the person will be held accountable. But it's going to go according to the law. And if you are there's any evidence against you, you'll be jailed. But not just jailed, but to make sure that at least we recover them. Because sometimes we end up not recovering and we put the person behind bars, but
the money is still gone.
The money is still gone. That one won't relate it, because already we need money to do a lot of things in this country.
Right.
We cannot sit down for somebody to go and stay 5 years or 6 years in prison and come back. And if you're not lucky, a government change hands, the person will get a presidential pardon.
Right.
And then the monies that the person has stolen, he will come back and enjoy them. It won't happen. I believe that Mahama has it clearly in his mind. He's going to do that. And then with the banks, you spent over 25 billion.
It was about 50 million Ghana cedis on a bank that he said he could have done it with.
Yes.
9 million or so.
Thank you. You spent close to about 25 billion. Yes. So the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. So why should you spend such huge amount of money to collapse a bank that was actually less than?
It will cost you less than that.
Less than that to
keep them afloat.
To keep them afloat, or to keep them still working. So it doesn't make sense. And Mahama said he's going to also investigate that. He set up a committee to investigate it and find out that if there was any ill intention to deliberately collapse those banks because you think it belongs to some people who you think they are so powerful. So you just want to collapse their businesses, and then you will take over because all you want is power and money. So if someone has anything that you think will make that person powerful, then you need to collapse it and then take over. So you find out that Mahama has made commitment that he's going to do that through investigation. And all this I'm talking about, those are the things that he's going to do in the first 120 days.
You sure about this?
Yes,
Komla?
it's part of it. The first 120 days he's going to do that. So expect it be monitoring as I know you're always in the media. So
right.
As it comes, you definitely hear it.
Right.
He's going to do that in the first 120 days.
I see. Now, 2025 is coming. Okay. President John Mahama will be sworn in. Let's play with this idea. Who are the kind of people going to be in his cabinet? Do you have any ideas?
Competent people.
Give me names.
No, I'm not.
All right, let me start by asking
in
this.
fact,
finance minister. Who is going to be our finance minister?
I don't have the list.
No. Per your own knowledge of your party, who would you, if you were in charge, who would you put as the finance minister?
If I were in charge?
Yes.
Oh, probably. In fact, sometimes you get close to people.
There are two ministries. Let me be honest with you. There are two ministries outside of Interior, Foreign Ministry, and all that. Two ministries that are very important to me.
Okay.
Finance and Agriculture.
Okay.
So that is why I'm pinning you on these two.
Okay.
And I'm looking at all the NDC top guys. You know, Seth Tepe was the former finance minister under John Mahama.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still coming back. But if Tepe is not coming back, then who is most likely to become the new finance minister, and who is going to be the agric minister? If we don't get our finances right, if our agric sector still collapses, just as what has happened under the MPP, we are in trouble. No matter what John Mahama will do, the economy will still struggle. So, per your understanding of your party and the people you know in the party in the top ranks, who would you consider as Agric Minister perhaps and Finance Minister?
So personally, if you look at the state of our economy now, and you look at where it was, a lot of Ghanaians will tell you that where it was when Mahama was like when Akufo-Addo took over.
Right.
A lot of Ghanaians will tell you that they will wish it goes back.
Okay.
Because if the dollar today is 17 cedis, it's 14 point something cedis,
Yes.
and Mahama's time it was 4 cedis. Then you and I will pray that it goes back to 4 cedi at
Right.
least.
At least.
Good. And if a gallon of fuel was, let's say, 14.5, and today it is close to 70 cedis, you and I will pray that it goes back to 14.5.
Right.
So the person that's actually in charge of the finance that we achieve that is a Tekpe.
Yes.
You understand?
So you are suggesting it comes back?
No, if you are talking of experience or someone who can actually fix what
who knows the terrain,
who knows the terrain
and knows exactly where to start targeting from.
Thank you.
He said Tekpe.
You understand? Nobody should say that. Oh well.
Tekpe took us from $1 to $1 to $4.
No, Tekpe served under
Atta Mills.
he served as a deputy finance minister and former governor of Bank of Ghana. You know, he served under him, so he actually wasn't the one who took it to 4. Before he took it, I think it was around 2 point something, 3 point something.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at the percentage in increment and compared to what we have today, you realize that Tekpe did much better. And people are, like I said, people are even requesting, are even wishing that it goes back to the 4.
Yeah, if it goes back to 4, that would be superb.
That would be superb, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that one person that I think so experienced.
Even if it goes back to 10,
yes.
$1 to 10 cedis.
Yes.
That will make Ghana, it will make Ghana's currency the strongest in not just Africa, in many parts of the world.
Yes, you get it. So I think that if you take Tekpe, I think is very experienced. If I have the opportunity, I'll bring him back.
All right.
And then let's also consider someone like Councillor Atta Forson.
As Agric Minister?
No, Agric. I'm talking about
deputy.
An option like a deputy to Tekpe.
I see. That man.
No, he's also an economics.
I see.
So
these days, when we say somebody's an economist, I don't trust it anymore.
Because
the Messiah has failed.
Yeah, the Messiah has failed.
So if the Messiah has failed, how much more the apostles?
He was just packaged as a Messiah. He wasn't a Messiah.
Man, the guy was a big shot at the Bank of Ghana.
Mahama told him that you cannot govern, you cannot manage the economy of a country with theories. It needs some practicality. A lot of things that you read in the books doesn't work on the ground when it comes to this, because especially when you have a country that politicians seek sponsorship from individuals, and when you come to power, those people want to control certain aspect of the economy, and the things that they do, even you being a vice president, the things that those people will do as a vice president, you cannot say it because they brought you money and all that. I don't think that is what Mahama was saying, but I'm talking as a person that you cannot govern a country with what is in the theories. You need practical stuff. So you need a lot of discipline. Will you be able to call people out? Will you be able to discipline your ministers, or able to discipline people they are trying to actually embezzle funds or engage in other to throw the economy off gear? You understand? So all those are the things that we're looking at. So I believe that Tekpe Councillor Atta Forson can manage our
Agric ministry.
For the Agric ministry, I don't actually have clearly in mind. Okay, but I know one MP from the Bono. I've forgotten the name. I think Eric something.
You think he's good?
He's good. I've listened to him a couple of times talking of speaking on issues of agric.
Okay.
And his idea, his understanding of how we can change our agriculture, I think that is superb. If I were to be in Mahama's position, I'll consider him as a agric minister. Even at a point, his name came up as Mahama's one of those that Mahama was considering as his running mate.
I see.
Yes.
Is he an MP?
Yes, an MP. I think one of the Bruno
I wish you could find his name.
Yes. One of the Bruno regents.
I see.
Yes.
All right. So moving on from MPs, if you find the name, I would love to see.
Okay.
Because these are two ministries that I care so much about, and maybe the Ministry for Lands and Natural Resources.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, moving to the lands and natural resources, Galamsey issues. Komla.
Yeah.
Galamsey issues.
Yeah.
What is John Mahama going to do in the same first 100 days? Sorry.
So for the first 100 days, he's going to put stop to Galamsey.
All activities.
Yes, he will put stop to it. Mahama is not saying that we shouldn't engage in small scale mining.
Okay.
But now we've become so advanced that we can use technology, and even when you mine, there's a way that you can control the chemicals. You use some chemicals in mining. You control so that these chemicals don't directly get into our water bodies.
Okay.
And after mining, there's a way you should be able to cover up the place.
So with all your foot soldiers who are waiting to go and mine when NDC wins, you are telling me John Mahama is going to shut them down?
No, who told you? Our foot soldiers are not that hungry.
Hey, wait,
yes.
wait, Komla,
no,
wait.
No,
Komla.
No, what I'm saying is that
Listen,
they are not hungry.
No. Miners are not hungry. No. Miners are not hungry. They have money. That is why they are in mining. They have the equipment. They know where the rich lands are sitting. They are waiting for John Mahama to win, and now he's won. Are you saying to us, when they begin to move the excavators into certain places in the country, John Mahama will have the courage to shut them down as well?
They know who Mahama is, so they'll not even try it. I'm telling you, yes. For me, I'm not saying that
who is Mahama? Tell us what we don't know.
Mahama doesn't condone corruption. He doesn't condone any act of indiscipline that would create a picture that he doesn't care.
But if they sponsor his campaign and they want to mine,
I don't know of anyone sponsoring anybody's campaign. I don't know if someone has sponsored Mahama.
So you don't think miners sponsor John Mahama's campaign?
No, if you're a miner, okay. If you're a miner, that's why I told you that Mahama is not saying that there will not be mining when he becomes president.
Okay.
But the act of just
mining by the riverside, mining in the rivers,
you
destroying rivers, forests,
and all those
vegetations and all that.
Yes, he's not going to condone that. What he's trying to say is that we will make sure that we use technology.
Okay.
So that after mining, you mine at the right place, and after mining, at least you can cover up the place and then even plant. You understand? So that it will not be as if you just mine, take the place, it becomes like you destroy the water body and you leave a hole there and just leave. No, there will be a nice way of doing it, so that one, we don't destroy our water bodies and we don't destroy the lands.
I see. I'm like, you are so confident in John Mahama.
No, I have seen him govern this country.
Have you
for
met
4
him
years.
before?
Oh, I've met him a couple of times.
Face to face?
Oh, yes.
Did you get to talk to him?
No, I didn't get a chance to talk to him for that long because it was a chit chat and all that. But I believe if I've not had any long conversation with him about what he intends to do, I've seen his 4 years when from 2012 to 2016. He did superb. Most of the things that he did are the reasons why Ghanaians brought him back. I was telling someone today that it is not only because MPP didn't perform well. That is why they brought Mahama. They brought him back also because of his track record. There's somebody who...
I think it's because MPP didn't perform well. You can't tell me the economy is doing well.
No, if you don't perform, definitely it will change.
If you don't perform, the people will kick you out.
Yes.
That is the reason, bro.
No, it is a reason. But you see, the reason why it made it worse for the MPP is that Ghanaians had someone to make a comparison with. It's like we are playing football, and I was just playing number 2 or number 3, and you were sitting on the bench that I'm not doing well.
And you were brought in.
They brought you in, and you came to mess up. In our next match, are you expecting the coach or to start with?
Maybe not.
Yes, definitely. So it is comparison. So Ghanaians have realized that no, if I was buying a gallon of fuel for 14 cedis and today I'm buying it for 65 cedis, and if I'm buying this and I'm buying it all has to do with performance. But what it make it worse for the MPP is that we are not comparing the party's legacy. We are not comparing the NDC's legacy. We are comparing Mahama and the NDC. And the Mahama that we are comparing is also again on the ballot.
Are we going back to 14 Ghana cedis per gallon?
Oh no, we voted for. We voted for.
Are we going back to maybe 20 Ghana cedis per?
But what do you expect? We voted for one of the, if I want to say, the most experienced politician in Ghana.
So is he going to bring us back to that?
We have voted for quality leadership.
Listen.
I'm coming.
Komla,
I'm answering
is
your
yes
question.
or no?
I'm answering your question.
But the yes is not coming and the no is not also
coming. We
coming.
have voted for quality leadership.
Okay.
When you vote for quality leadership, you expect results and you get results.
So we are expecting results.
Yes. And
are we getting results?
If it's 14, today the dollar is close to 15 cedis. And God being so good, we have Mahama now. If it even brings you to 8 cedis, 6 cedis, 7 cedis, wouldn't you be happy?
Super happy.
Thank you.
I would personally campaign for him.
Thank you.
Listen. If John Mahama brings it to 6 Ghana cedis, next 4 years, if there is a referendum, I'll go and campaign for people to keep him.
For this referendum matter, we have not gotten there yet. I mean, let's wait. Let's wait. When we get there, we'll cross it.
I wish Ghana could go back to when the dollar was 6 Ghana cedis. I wish Ghana could go back to when it was a single digit. Right now, at 15 or 14, whatever that is, it is killing businesses, bro. Yeah. People are struggling. People's monies are lost. I have lost money because of this.
Yeah.
And another big question I want to ask you: port charges. You know, almost 85% of the goods we use in this country are imported. People are complaining about the tariffs at the port. Are we to expect John Mahama reduce these tariffs so that we can have something similar to how it was in before COVID or before John Mahama lost the elections?
So, our ports have been taken over by party. It was taken over by party apparatchiks of the MPP. They're controlling everything and they do it the way they want it. For port charges, I'm confident that I think Mahama have said this on several platforms, that he's very much aware that the charges at the port is what is contributing to the
inflation in the country.
Is also contribute to the price and the increase in price and all that, which is inflation. So he's very much aware of that and he's going to work on it.
Okay.
I know that he wouldn't want to leave Ghanaians in the same state that he has taken us, especially when it comes to issues of the port. So definitely he's going to work on that. I know he has experts and people who has ideas about how to manage all those things. And when those people are brought on board, I can assure you that within some few months we should see changes.
Komla,
yeah.
Your faith is very high. Eh? Your faith can move a mountain. Your faith in John Mahama.
Oh, my faith in John Mahama.
It can move a mountain.
And the people that
it can even make the dollar drop all the way to 5 cedis. Your faith alone.
It was but
before we used to buy cars like Toyota Vitz.
Yeah.
Less than 20,000 cedis you could have bought a Toyota Vitz.
Yes, less than 20.
And what do you call that small one? The Match or the Matis.
Yeah, Matis.
Around 12,000, 15,000 cedis you could buy a Matis. Yes. Then it jumped from there. Now we are buying it more than 100,000.
So this MPP government have failed us in every aspect of the economy. They don't have any, like I was discussing with someone that Mahama's first time he focused on health. He built hospitals and all that. He focused on education, and then he did a lot of work with jobs also. He did work with jobs, and then agric. You understand? So in this, when he talks about those that I've mentioned, he was deliberate about those aspects of the economy.
Okay.
So we can say that he did well in those areas extremely well.
Okay.
For MPP, there is absolutely nothing to write home about. When they take free SHS, which is their Trump card,
policy.
Yes, their flagship policy. They always free SHS. Today, if your child gains admission to a secondary school, when you go and take your prospectus, you are supposed to.
But that is why we have voted them out. Don't even bring that up.
What I'm trying to tell you is that they have destroyed every fiber of our economy. There's nothing left. There's nothing left for us. But I have hopes in Mahama because I have seen him from 2012 to 2016.
I see.
You understand? See, this is someone who met Dumso. One of the biggest.
That was the reason he was still removed from office.
Yes, one of the biggest challenge that a government has ever met since 1992 was Dumso. But Mahama stood on his feet, accepted it.
At the latter hour, that was when he resolved it.
Oh,
it was the fourth year.
But you and I should understand.
I don't want to bring this back.
Yes,
the man has moved on.
We are not bringing it back. We are not bringing it back.
There are people, when they remember Dumso with John Mahama, they get pissed off.
No, I'm just using it.
Because businesses collapsed.
Listen, people, you see, Mahama, God being so good. Okay.
Now he's a new...
God have cleaned him. He has been cleansed. You know why? Because all the mud that was thrown at him, today God have used this.
Has vindicated him.
Yes.
So he's a newborn.
He's a newborn. I believe that this time round, we are going to see a leadership that will move with
that is what we are praying for.
Speed and accuracy.
Ghana wants leadership that is going to run at a top speed,
yes,
with a lot of innovation.
Yes.
Let me ask you a personal question as we bring this whole thing to an end. You are so connected to the NDC.
Yeah.
Does it look like in the future you may also run for an office or something?
For what the future holds is in the hands of God. For now, I'm serving the party in my capacity. I'm doing my best for my constituency, to region and national. I'm doing my best. For instance, these elections, I was in Kumasi. I mean, in the trenches of Busumi, Frehon, Asante Mampong, Jabin, trying to do everything possible to bring the party to power. So for me, my interest now is to serve the party and then Mother Ghana. What the future holds is in the hands of God. And I believe that those who are seeing what we are doing, we receive calls every day. People congratulating us for our hard work, our contribution, and some are even advising us, why don't you go for this position in the future? Why don't you go for this position in the future? But I believe that in God's own time, all those things will be seen. So for now, I leave it in the hands of God.
Leaving it in the hands of God. Thank you so much, my brother, for making time to come.
Thank you.
We hope we'll be seeing you here from time to time.
Yes, I will be coming.
Nice one, nice one. It's been such a very fruitful conversation with Komla, Atta Komla.
Yeah.
Atta Komla of
NDC Teachers from Deputy Communication.
Nice one.
Yeah.
We'll come your way again with another one. Until then, please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. It's bye-bye for now.